Hello, and welcome to this lesson on how to deep breathe in a way that will help you to relax. Deep breathing is a very useful technique because it sends a signal to your mind that you are relaxed and don't need to be tense. Our mind often listens to what our body is telling it. So if we act in a way that signals anxiety or stress, it will be almost as a loop in our mind where it will sense that anxiety and tension in our body and further our feelings of anxiety. So if we can push that in the other direction and act in a way that communicates peace to our mind, we will be more at ease. One of the simplest ways we can communicate peace to our mind is through deep breathing. And what deep breathing means is not breathing in from our chest, but instead down in our belly, and what's called diaphragmatic breathing. So what this feels like is that if you breathe in through your nose and put your hand over your belly button, as you breathe in, you should be able to feel your belly button push out, and not because you're flexing your stomach muscles, but because your breath causes your belly to rise. Now, the alternative to that is chest breathing. And when you breathe from your chest, which is what most of us do most of the time, you'll feel a lot of motion in your shoulders. You'll even see it if you do it in front of a mirror. You'll see that motion in your chest and you'll see it in your shoulders. But that sort of breathing is the sort of breathing you do when you're anxious. That's the sort of breathing that you do when you hyperventilate. So if you want to diaphragmatically breathe, to breathe deep, put that hand over your belly and imagine as you breathe in through your nose that you're inflating a balloon down behind your belly button. Imagine that. And then when you release your breath, imagine letting all of that air out slowly. Let's try that again. Put your hand over your belly button and take in a deep breath. And release. Let's do one more. In. And out. Now, a good way to test whether or not you're doing this technique correctly is to try to breathe from your diaphragm while your arms and fists are tensed and clenched as hard as you can go. So go ahead and tense those all the way up, tight, 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 and then try to breathe from your diaphragm. If you're doing it right, it'll catch in your throat. If you're not doing it right, you'll be able to breathe no problem because you can hyperventilate while you're tense. But if you're doing it right, it'll catch. And that's a really great way to check yourself. I hope this brief lesson in deep breathing has been useful. Practice it when you want to relax, and consider combining it with a meditation practice to relax even more deeply when you meditate. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.